Hey there. Today we'll continue where we left off. All right, so we've got our shoe here, and the cording here I did that semi grasshopper, but this is not about this cording. You can cord it however you want. It's going to be real cord outside of 3D printing. So we're going to focus on 3D printing the outsole. So I like the divisions here, and now we're going to put some kind of notch so that the cord can loop in and out, and then it captures it really nice. All right, so let's go to shaded mode, and let me unlock that. All right, so we are here, we have it divided, and what I'm going to do now is go to this one right here and place it on that. So I'm going to double click that. So we've got that nice loop. Let me see if extract curve works. Extract curve. Extract curve doesn't work, but I can extract wireframe. Let me extract wireframe, and then select the one that we want, this one here, select it, lock it, and then say select curve again, so it selects the rest of the curves, and then delete those. Okay, so for now, for the moment, I'm just going to turn off visibly the sub wires, okay, so I can only see the one that I want. And so these cords have how many are there? Let's count. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 divisions. Okay, so the last for now can go away, and this one we can lock for now. Actually, let me just lock it here so it doesn't look gray like that. If you lock it here, you can select it, but it doesn't look gray like that. Oh, yeah, and we're in a different layers chord, but we want another layer called notch. It went up here. Okay. Notch. Oh, capital N. Okay. So make sure it's check marked, otherwise it's will be on chords layer. Okay, so now this notch needs to hold the chord. So in order to hold the chord, the notch, and also at the same time look good. Looking good matters, especially to us. All right, so let's see. Front. I mean, if you're gonna make anything, make it look good. Why not make it look good? If you're making it from scratch. Okay, why make ugly things? All right, here. So let me go to disable. I just went to make an oval. Okay, so it's a 2-click oval. Okay, then up. Okay, so I'm gonna hold shift because I want it totally straight. So the notch will look like this. Hey, you're like, where'd it go? It's somewhere in there. Okay, there it is. Let's just bring it out. Boom, 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 boom. And then, don't worry about orientation at the moment. We'll take care of all that in a second. Just for now, we are going to get the front view again. Okay, so that's our notch. And I want it to line up about halfway with that line. And now the chord is going to go through like this, and so in order to do that, we are going to make another circle that's going to go in the middle of that. Okay, let's grab it out of the middle, bring it back, stop rotating. I hate when it rotates. Okay, come back here. Okay, back to the front. All right, this is the side outside of the shoe, but the way it's oriented, we're leaving it alone. That's why this is happening. Okay, So let's just see the diameter. So let me draw a line. Because I forgot what I need the diameter. Now I want to snap. I want to snap. There is a way. What's it called? Quad maybe? Okay, quad. Okay. So let's see what this is. Right? It's 4 millimeters. That's pretty good to hold on its own. Okay, so let's just, this is gonna be centered to this. So there's an alignment tool here. It centers it center. But we have to center it to here. Okay. I don't think that's center. Okay. It is center. Okay. And then we also have to have enough meat for the cord to sit there. If the cord is 2 millimeters such or whatever. And anyway, so it will, because of how we're gonna make it, it will sit there nicely. But for now, let's just focus on making this. Okay, so we're doing the notch. I'm just gonna select that, invert, hide, and we have 22 divisions. So let me just undo that. Let me just divide this line real quick. Chord, outsole. Okay, so this is, so this curve right here. Let me lock outsole again. For some reason I'm not select. Oh, let me just unlock everything. Okay, yeah, that curve. Okay, so this is this. So we're gonna type divide, and then we want number 22. Enter. Just divide pending. Okay, I think it divides. Okay, so it divided, but it didn't divide it like right where we want it. It divided, but it might be good enough. Actually, I want to divide it the way where we are instead of where this one's. So in order to do that, there's a starting point that it says. So if you type divide, and then so you see this thing. I think this is a starting point. So you can move that. Let's move that here, okay? And then enter 22, enter. What happened? Nothing. I think I had to enter one more time. All right, let's do that again. Move that there. Enter or spacebar. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, come on. What happened? He divided more than 22 points. Oh, he divided twice. Okay. Let's undo that. Let's do it one more time. Divide. Move that there. Okay. So we already have the 22 equal length. Group. Let's group these things. Yes. Okay. So it's done. Okay. So they're like, boom. Exactly where we want the division. It put 2 points. But you know what? We're not going to deal with why this is doing that. Whatever. We'll click on the same point. Jesus Christ. Stop doing that. All right. Let's see. Okay. Whatever. Let me just bring this here. Now we're making this notch. Just gonna bring this here. What? Crap points back. Let me bring this here. And then I'm gonna type ZS zoom selected. Okay, so now we're dealing with just this. Let me do a quick save here. Alright, all geometries I like to make in sub D because you have so much more control. So let's go to sub D tools. And what is this going to be? This is going to be a there's a sub D circle sphere. Let's just type sub D. Sub D. Okay, so we got cone, crease, cylinder. Is this a cylinder? I think it's a cylinder. Okay, let's type cylinder. And then go from the center out. Okay. Actually, that's not what I want. I want to, let's type, let's see, sub D sphere. Okay, let's see if this is the one. You'll see why in a second. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the one. Okay, but I want it to stay. Okay, yeah. Okay. So all I care for right now is this geometry. So I'm just going to take, for now I'm going to turn on the sub D, back to display, sub D wires. And I'm going to hold shift, control, or whatever's on the Mac. Get those to lead those sides. And then this, I'm going to make it flat, like that. That's weird. Doesn't want to flatten. It's so annoying. Just flatten. But let's do this. Let me just move this here for a second. If this is going to be annoying, I'm just going to select everything here and I'm going to say S set point, and then we're moving in the Y direction. Okay, this is what I want. One of these guys. So now this one, let me go to front. I can make it ovalish. Doesn't have to snap perfectly. It's just close enough. Okay, and then this guy, we're gonna thicken it. Let me see if what happens with that. Just does that. Can you do with control? Yeah, you can do with control. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way, hold control. Now I thicken it. Okay. How much thickening and all that is irrelevant at the moment. But actually, I want this closed, so I'm gonna use the thicken tool, which is like this one here. So yeah. Okay. Okay, I don't want the face anymore. So, and we don't want creased edges, except for here. So these guys, unclick that and then remove crease. Remove crease. Okay. And then this can be creased. Do we want that to be creased? Yeah, we want that to be creased. Okay. So this is I'm gonna grab this because this is too fat. Okay, so we want it to be like that. And then this one will be more round, like that. Okay. Then inside here, we want to take this and we're gonna make it smaller. Let me see if I can, if I hold. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so we're just gonna make that smaller and we're gonna select these guys. I think I can just pull and hold, yeah, pull and hold control to make this. But I want to make sure that this line, length, 3, almost 4, okay, that's going to hold structurally. And then this way, which is, we're pulling from this way, so we want more meat in that direction. Okay, so now these lines, bye-bye, we don't need those anymore. Okay, but this here, we want it to be sharp. So there's a crease. Crease. We're gonna type crease. Okay. So we wanted to do that. And this one here is totally irrelevant. Okay. But we want to have enough space. So let me just go to side, left, right, right. Okay. So I just want to make sure that I have enough distance. 3. Oh yeah, the code is like 2 or 4, but you can sink it in there. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna orient these guys to the curve here. So we're done with shaping, and we just need to no. But now I'm not sure if Zelfer can print this type of geometry. They might not be able to print it. We might have to like round things up because of like the tolerances, things like that. You know what? Another way to do it, which will look even sexier, is and more organic, is to maybe do this. Let me try something. Unlock. It's just that that way will take the other way that I'm thinking of will take forever. But let me just let's see. We'll deal with this, you know, as we go. Let me just continue with what we're doing. Okay, so go back to display. Remove the sub-D wires. Okay. Okay, these ones we no longer need because we have the points. Why are there a million points? Okay, so we will follow the point to the right. We will always snap to the point on the right. Okay. So now we need this guy, and it's called Orient on curve. So select base point on curve. That one. Select orient. Oh, wait a minute. So select base point. So our base point is right there. Select orientation curve. Our orientation curve is this one. And we want it to be perpendicular. Okay. So now it's perpendicular to the curve. You see? Remember where it goes? It goes. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, that's all we need. All right. So we want to say copy, yes, and then click, boom, every other point. Let me just turn all of this off so it's only point for sure. It doesn't click anything else. Okay, so we're doing the second point, 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 boom, boom, boom. Because there's a command. There's a way to like make it in with through Grasshopper that if you bring it close enough, the mesh will blend if it's divided good enough. Also, we can use Womp software Womp, so that we don't have to deal with a million fillets and all those annoyances. But actually, once we convert this into a surface, we might be able to do like fillet edge and get the rounding. So it's not a big problem. Anyways, let's just go boom, put that there. Second point we set, and we're done. Look at that. Okay. And then click enter. Okay. So now we have them all. Let me just test something here. So I want to move those in. Okay, you see this one here? How it's like annoying and it's not rotated? But all of our, oh, this, I don't like this. Let me see if I do orient to object. This understands. Object. He doesn't understand. It's so stupid. Okay, whatever. This in the back here. Just this one is the only annoying one. Okay, so we don't need, no longer need this, so we can delete that. Let's go back to front. Front. Okay. So what we're gonna do is this one. I'm gonna rotate from the point. That. Okay. And then these other ones, they can all be rotated to like match. And there's in Moto, this is so easy to do. It'll follow the geometry, but it's not that important. Okay. So we've got this thing with these notches. And now we're going to just take it. And what I'm trying, like what this is supposed to do is when you say orient to object, it's supposed to do this. So take that gumball, but if you hold shift control, you can rotate. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so you see how that now it's like a line. So now I can move in. Let me just, okay, so you hold control. Oh, that's weird. It's like a new thing. Okay, you hold control. Okay. And then you're annoying. Okay, so I can move this in. You know what? You don't have to be perfect. So let me just move it in like that. But you know, you see this here? I don't want it to go in a little bit like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to remove, go to layers, turn outsole off a little bit, and delete. If you hold shift and alt, you can rotate about like that. Okay, I'm gonna delete this because I want it. Okay. Okay. So what happened there? Okay. So that's, let me look at the, if this doesn't matter, okay. So we do this to all of them. So for now, let's say select curve, hide that curve, select point, hide those points. Okay. So what I want to do, and you know, I could have done this before, so I don't have to do it to all of them, but it's not that big a deal. Oh, I deleted it all. Okay. Oh, for now, let me turn on sub D wires so I can see what I'm deleting. Okay. You'll see in a minute. And you know, this sounds like pain to do them one by one, but it's kind of therapeutic. When you do things for yourself and you're not working for a company, everything's amazing because, you know, things sell when they sell. It doesn't matter. You do things when you have energy, when you love it. It's just the best of the best. I'm telling you. It, I say even if you make less money, I make way less money. But sometimes I make a lot because like one shoe can sell like crazy, and then, but you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. So you have to live with uncertainty when you, not that you don't live with uncertainty when you work for a company, because they can just fire you at the drop of a hat, even if you do a good job. It's not like, if the world was like, you have a job no matter, but you know, forget a job. The job tells you what to do and they tell you when to go to work, and it's pretty, no matter how you look at it, it's prison. So anyways, let's just continue here so we can free ourselves. I mean, I'm already free, but you guys, as designers, can free yourself doing design. Because I know you can do a million things, but what's the point of that? Like if you're a designer and you do real estate for money, you're gonna hate it. Even though real estate is like guaranteed, almost guaranteed to work. Let's see. Yeah, but when you're not passionate, it comes across. You can tell. Nobody wants to buy anything from anyone that's salesy or fake. You're not into it, you're not into it, nobody cares. Okay, so we got this now. And files, I told you. What I'm gonna do is I will do a subscription where I give away free files, but you have to be a subscriber to the club. You know I'm doing a subscription because you have to pay the price for everything. It's not gonna be crazy. It's gonna be like maybe $10 a month. I mean, you pay for Netflix and there's no chance of you to make any money out of Netflix. Pay for my subscription, you could sell infinite shoes. So pay up. Anyways, all right. Let's see. So now we got this, and we want. Okay, so now we want. So that's for the cording. So now with these notches, you can do any cording you want up top. You decide how you're going to do the cording. The other thing is we need a pattern. Okay. Speaking of the pattern on the bottom, we're going to use, we can use Grasshopper, we can draw a pattern, we can do, but I absolutely hate drawing patterns, so we're going to use Grasshopper to make all sorts of things. Or, like the easiest one. But no, I'm going to use Grasshopper because I'm going to give you the definition so that you can make infinite patterns on the bottom of the shoe. Okay. So in order to do a pattern, we need one surface down here. One surface. Surface has 4 edges, but those 4 edges can be warped. And through that warping, you can, I forgot what I was going to say. But anyways, let's just, let's see. So we want our pattern to show up until this line right here, right there. Let me just unlock this. Okay, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to make a copy of this. Alt click on that. -50. Okay. So we want our pattern to show up. Let me just click that. Shift Control, double click here, delete that. So we want our pattern to only show up there. So this up top here, we don't care anymore. We don't care anymore like we used to. All right, let me just delete that. Delete that. Like this thing in Moto is you get one and then you start deleting the whole thing. It's way easier than Rhino. But switching to Moto right now, it's like, if I can do it all in one, I'd rather do it all in one. Because the back and forth is... Hey, but that womb thing is looking very promising. We'll do we'll try there to see if it's quick. But this will leave you with like infinite options. So you have the curve there, you have the points, you have this thing already shaped. Like this shaping is what kills a lot of people. It's boring, but the next parts are fun. So let me just click it. This for now, hide it. Okay, so what we're looking for here is how do we get one single surface to match that. Okay, so right now this thing is how many surfaces are here? How many surfaces do you see? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So look, where the division is here, it's like 1 and then 2. Because this one here, this is the point where it divides. So you can automatically see it. And when you do this a lot, you can see this like right away, what's going on. What do I mean by that? Look, if I convert this, it's gonna have 5 surfaces. Watch this. Convert to NURBS. Let's say delete input, yes. Boom, look at that. Let me show you display more than 5 surfaces actually, but 5 big ones. Surface edges. Look at this. It's disgusting actually. He does like one big round surface and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More than that, because even these 3 are like each is a stupid small surface. But that's a nightmare to work with. It's ugly. So, but I do like that it thought of this as like one round surface. That's actually kind of cool. But we are not doing that right now. So let's just undo this. Okay, go back there. So now we're gonna make this one surface. How do we make it one surface and still follow this shape? The way to do that is, I don't know. No, there's a way for sure. Okay, so remember in the other file we have this exact shape but less subdivided. So let's just open another Rhino. Open another Rhino, and then we'll open the other file. The first one. Come on, Rhino, where'd you go? Okay. So another Rhino is opening up. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this help about Rhino and cord shoe. This one. Okay, so this is the first one. We shaped it. We have it. Ready to go. Okay. So take this, copy, come here, paste it. Okay. So what we want is just this. Just that as one single surface. But we also want it to match this one. So like this one right now won't match because the way it's divided. So we need one surface to perfectly follow this and to perfectly follow that, but still maintain this division. Okay, well, I know it. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Forget this one. Okay, so we are going to extract wireframe. Okay, so this one is one round one. Okay, so let's make another layer so we can see where this is. No name, no need for a name for now. I'll just change the color to this cyan or cayenne or however you say that. Change object layer. Okay, so now we have that. And then we want this guy. No, we don't want that guy. We want okay, we're gonna use a point to a turning point. But what I like is not that one, I like this one. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so let's just change object layer. And then we're going to use, select that for a second. We're going to use this one. We're going to make a surface. Oh. Yeah, why are you being so dumb? Here, let's undo this completely. Okay. So, actually, duplicate border. That one. Okay, so watch what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna Control Alt because that's how I map the curve tool. So I'm gonna cut this. You know how shoes work like this? The patterns work like this, and then on the heel it works like this can be like almost symmetrical like that. But let me see, this one has direction, it's going that direction. I type dir. This one we want to flip, we want to have in the same direction. Enter. Okay, so now this the outsole for a second we can hide. These other curves we don't need, so I'm just going to say I'm going to lock, go to default, which is our empty layer, and then delete these curves. Come back here and unhide or bring the outsole back. Okay, and then go back to bottom view. Okay, so let me just bring this here, go back to bottom view, and then type twin curve. Okay, twin curve, and maybe 6. Let it look equidistant. Okay. Got 6 of these, and then we want this one here to be we'll figure out. But let's just take these curves, go to the display, remove sub D wires, and we're going to project. Come on, project, delete, yes, project right there. Okay, I don't know, I didn't delete this. Okay, so now we can delete that. Okay, so we have this, which we can loft, but the only problem is this part here. So in order to do that, I think we can select this, trim there, trim there, trim there, trim there. This we don't need, and this we don't need. Okay, so let's see if this works. Let me just do a loft. That doesn't work, but it does work from here to here. Loft. Okay, so that works. But this part here is problematic, the end, but we want it to be one surface. So that's why we're dilly-dallying at the moment, because we want it to be one surface. But what we can do is, if these are not touching, it can be one surface. Let's see. Oh, what was that? Oh, that's an annoying thing. Okay, maybe that's why it didn't work. Let me just try this. Okay. Okay. And then delete those 2 points. Delete those 2 points. Okay, now it's gonna work. If I go loft, that's one surface. Okay, so we have this one surface. Select curve. That one surface, it didn't know it's multiple surfaces. Okay, yeah, we don't want that. Never mind. Well, let's do what we can first. Why did you do that? It's so annoying. This is one surface. One surface with a little pinch. So if we say boom, 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 loft, that works. Okay, maybe I have to click them one by one. Okay, that works. Okay, boom. Ah! Something is causing screw up. Okay, this last one. Let's see why. So can I loft here? Yes. No, this is the problem. Okay. Why? Why is this doing this? Okay, you know what? Let's try something else. Let's rebuild these curves. Rebuild. And we want all these curves to have 30 points. Preview. Yeah, you can tell the difference. Okay. So now let's try. It's one surface with a crease like that. I don't care about the crease. Okay. So just grab the whole thing, loft. Boom. We have our one. This is one surface, baby. Okay, so select curve, delete. Let's see surface iso curves. Okay, we got our one beautiful surface with like a. It's not beautiful, but it has this little ugly pinch. Pinched nerve. Okay, but we can. There's a tool here. Where is it? Standard. There's the tool that activates the points of the. Oh, it's is it here? Is it here? Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, this is the problem. We can unfold that wrinklage. Little wrinkle. CS enter. It's like a folded, crappy, wrinkly thingy. But we can just adjust it slightly. Just trying to give this some roundness. Just because right now it's like folding too much into itself. There you go. And this point here. There we go. Let me change this to seaplane. Seaplane. Okay. This point here is. Why are you controlling your little point? Okay. See guys, I'm gonna give this to you done, so you don't have to push and pull these points. Because no matter how pro you are, you can't get away from pushing and pulling these shitty points that do this wrinkling. Because this is gonna cause problems with Grasshopper, and that's why we're unwrinkling it. Can I delete this now? This is two crappy points that are like doing weird pulling. Okay. Let's make sure nothing is, yeah, some weird stuff is happening here too. I just do ZS enter to rotate about these points and not where it wants to rotate. This part here doesn't have to be precise, you'll see why. Okay, and you can always change it, even though you're in Grasshopper doing things. That's why it's beautiful. Okay, nice. Maybe this one too. Okay, yeah. Then we're good enough here. Okay, so we're pretty good. Okay, let's see. Let me flip this. That's the inside. This is the outside. Bring everything back. Layers, outsole, come back. Okay, what do we move? It's 50, negative 50. Yep. Okay. So as you see here, this is not following that. This in the front. Let me lock this guy. This is pretty good. It's very, very close. We have a problem here. So what we can do is we can come here, we can rebuild. Preview. Let's say 30 by 15. 30 by 15. So 30 by 15. Just causing some weird bulging here. And before, oh, we always had the weird bulging. Okay. So okay, let's do this. We take this down like this. Let's convert this to sub D. Okay. Okay, let's fix this up real quick. We're gonna have to go to moto because Rhino sucks when it comes to like what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, but first let's make sure this is one surface. So we have everything is a quad. We have a quad. It's a surface. Now it's way easier to unwrinkle things. Okay. everything's a quad. Okay. Alright, so we're going to... How long has it been? Okay, let's wrap this up right here, and we'll continue on another episode, because I think it's a very long video. And yeah, see you on the next one. File is coming, so keep following. Cheers.